pilot's in trouble. Time to bail. How will they save this dog from being washed away? Look out! That burning building is coming down. And meet the man who puts his fanny on the line for you. Life can be a drag, so whatever you do, don't blink. It's time for Real TV.
Hi, everyone. I'm John Daly, back with more of life's most amazing moments caught on tape. We begin with the world's love affair with four-wheel drive vehicles. They go anywhere. Well, not really. These beach partiers thought it would be great fun to park their Jeep close to the ocean. Bad idea. The surf is surging on the shores of Peru's Las Señoritas Beach, and the treacherous tide is too much, even for this four-wheeler.
It's very difficult a car go on the sand, right? Only four-track cars can get it. And I think this guy wants to show his car to everybody was there, no?
TV producer Carlos Alvarez grabs his camera as soon as he sees the commotion.
I never saw something like that. It was incredible.
In an act of desperation, the owner of the Jeep foolishly jumps into the driver's seat. But even a 3,000-pound Jeep is no match for the fury of the sea. Danger swells with each crashing wave. But the Jeep's owner and his friends ignore the power of the ocean, desperately trying to save the Jeep. The giant car is tossed around like a tiny toy in the raging surf. On shore, others scramble to get their cars off the beach. Any chance of saving the Jeep is gone now. And this distraught driver has to be restrained from getting too close to his car. The remains of the Jeep were found the next day. Well, there's a sport that is gaining popularity among spectators with home video cameras. Air races. It's got all the excitement of the Indy 500 and the crashes, too. This is one of the latest rages in racing. A pack of skilled pilots fly their lightweight aircraft 170 miles an hour around a 2-mile oval. It's known as Formula V racing.
Now they're cooking. Now he has moved out to a 5-second lead.
A cockpit camera gives us a voyeuristic view from the air. Halfway into the 8-lap race, pilot Charlie Terry makes a move.
Brian Dempsey is holding second, but Charlie Terry is creeping up behind him.
But just a lap later, a ground camera catches Charlie when he suddenly develops engine trouble.
Brian is third. Charlie Terry seems to be turning inside the course. He may be having a little bit of a problem there.
For race planes, there are no pit stops.
Charlie Terry is making
A pilot's only choice is an emergency landing.
All right, everyone stay behind the rooftop area.
Charlie ditches his plane with no injuries and little damage.
I'm only sorry I didn't pull up about a half a lap sooner. By the time it went, I was running out of altitude and speed and ideas all at the same time. About the last quarter of the turn, it was stalled, just kind of parachuting down. I hit kind of hard.
He's all right.
Big hand, ladies and gentlemen.
As you can see, Charlie wasn't hurt, but the rest of the race was canceled because of the crash. Well, a double rescue now caught on tape in California. A man and his dog are stuck, and it's a rescue the firefighters never trained for. Our Michael Brownlee has the tape.
The June Lake Mountain Rescue Team is used to saving lives.
Next thing we're going to do is put the in a wetsuit.
But today's whitewater rescue is different. A man and his dog are trapped on a rock in the middle of a raging river. A freelance cameraman catches the action at California's Minaret Creek.
There is a pool there that's really easy crossing for one of our people on a blade.
Andy Stokes jumped into the creek to save his Doberman pincher, Smokey. Now both are stranded on a boulder, waiting for help.
We're going to make a harness for the dog. But when it's time for the dog to go, you're not touching the dog.
It's not a simple rescue. The only way to save Smokey is to strap the dog into a harness and pull him across the river.
The object in swiftwater rescue is to not to lift people out of the water.
After nearly 2 hours, a rescuer reaches the rock. But the ordeal isn't over yet. Andy straps on a life jacket and slowly slips into the river.
There you go.
He battles the current, but makes it.
Well done, Andrew. Well done.
Now it's Smokey's turn. They hook the Doberman to the lifeline and together dive into the vicious current. After a brief battle with the river, the dog reaches the other side, where man and his best friend are safely reunited.
Everybody's out of the water and safe.
The June Lake Mountain Search and Rescue Team averages about 40 rescues a year, but this is the first time they had to pull a dog off a rock. Well, don't ever mention the word crash to someone who rides a motorcycle. But now there's a new product that could cushion the blow. Some people like to fly by the seat of their pants. This guy likes to ride by the seat of his pants. Al Baxter of Catawba County, North Carolina, has come up with a unique way to protect bikers from getting hurt by wearing jeans reinforced with Kevlar, which is the same material used in bulletproof vests.
We're going to see which side wears out first. Does the leather go, or does the denim and Kevlar go first?
But will the jeans work? Al puts them through his own unique drag test, and a news camera is there to capture it.
The Kevlar's holding good, hadn't got anywhere near him. Denim material and the leather is gone completely.
Having sold over 2,000 pairs of these jeans, it's clear that his business isn't dragging. By the way, Hal had to stop the drag at 115 feet because his bottom was getting too hot. The jeans retail for $80. We'll be right back.
Up next, the fire that nearly brought down the whole neighborhood. And meet the man who says this tape proves he's the world's strongest man. Plus, the bird who likes what he sees in the mirror. And later, a camera at the racetrack captures this frightening moment. You're watching RealTV, the world's first show that delivers great tape every day. Wrong. I'm unrehearsed. You're watching RealTV.
Welcome back. Still ahead, the ugly confrontation that turns sweet at the end, and a story about a bike you'll really flip over. But first, one of the most spectacular fires anyone in Philadelphia can remember, and cameras were there. Our Sabila Vargas has the tape.
An out-of-control fire rages inside this old distillery in Philadelphia. To make matters worse, it takes place in an area surrounded by homes. As firefighters evacuate nearby residents, flames and smoke can be seen from hundreds of feet away. And the worst is yet to come. At first, it looks as if firefighters are in full control of the situation. But then things really begin to crumble. One of the walls collapses. Taking a closer look at the video, you can see firefighters scattering for safety. Luckily, they were prepared.
We knew that collapse was imminent. We saw the collapse actually happening, and luckily everyone was back far enough, and to our extreme happiness, it fell towards the vacant lot, not towards the house.
It's an amazing scene as the hellish fire roars out of control. People watching cannot believe their eyes as smoke fills the night air. The fire is relentless, but so are the firefighters. More than 200 strong, they are determined to control this blazing inferno. It's a full-fledged effort to contain the fiery beast. And when it's all over, the firefighters are the victors. They not only managed to control the blaze that was responsible for wreaking this kind of devastation, but they do it without getting a single person hurt.
No one was left homeless, and there was no injuries to any firefighters. It really worked out. For all concerned, it was a win-win situation.
More than a dozen homes were evacuated during the fire. Arson is suspected. Well, 3 tapes coming at you right now. The bird who is so enamored with himself, the man who's got 2 planes to catch, and the biker who figured out a way to do a soft landing. In Dallas, Texas, Robert Saucedo takes a long ride off a short pier. Actually, Robert is a professional BMX rider who likes practicing his stunts over water. He says it's safer this way. So when he attempts the stunt on dry land, he'll already have perfected it. Well, maybe a few more practice tries are needed. But like they say, practice makes perfect. 65-year-old Maurice Catarcio is, in his own words, an athlete extraordinaire. He can bend nails with his bare hands. He can hold back 2 motorcycles from driving away. He can even hold back 2 airplanes from taking off. But his biggest stunt involves pulling a 67-ton boat full of passengers for a distance of 300 feet. And if that's not hard enough, Maurice has his hands handcuffed to his side during the swim. In Phoenix, Oregon, there is a blue jay who mistakenly thinks he's found true love. But after a few adoring glances, he realizes the pretty bird he's looking at is himself. And that's all it takes to have him fly the coop.
Still ahead, this midget race car is headed straight for the flagman. And see the confrontation between the TV reporter,
I want the film, buddy,
and the man who lives in the woods.
He's ignorant son of a...
Back in a moment. Monday on RealTV. Raw, breathtaking video. 2 bears, a mother fighting to protect her cubs.
It was over in an instant. Maybe he never saw it coming. Here's the tape of the man who came within inches of losing his life at the racetrack. A midget car race becomes a giant problem for a track official caught in the crossfire. Midget cars have become a popular attraction at racetracks around the country. High-powered motorcycle engines propel the tiny racers to speeds as fast as 90 miles per hour. A spectator in the stands covers the action with a home video camera as these cars race under a caution flag. Watch the flagman standing on the right side of your screen. A pileup sends one car slamming into his platform. In slow motion, you can see the starter raise a green flag to restart the race after a caution lap. Out of camera range, 2 cars collide, sending one tumbling into the flagman. He's shaken, but remarkably escapes serious injury. In a closer angle, you see the car's left tire strike the flagman in the thigh. A freak accident and a frightening image. Fortunately, much worse than it looks for one lucky bystander. Still a close call. The flagman walked off his injury and finished the rest of the night's races. Well, now for the remarkable story that unfolds in front of a video camera. It's the story of a confrontation between a news reporter and a hermit. They start as enemies, but they end as friends. An Iowa news reporter gets a quick lesson in the right to privacy when the man he tries to interview charges him armed with a pocket knife.
I'm leaving. I want the film. I'm leaving, sir. I want the film, buddy. No.
There's a wooded area near a highway running through a city in Iowa that acts as a safe haven for homeless people. One man has taken advantage of the cost-free land and built a house into the side of a dirt hill. A local news crew goes to interview the man, but when they approach the house, they find a padlocked door with no sign of the owner. While they wait, the cameraman shoots the surroundings. The area is remarkably well laid out, with a makeshift plumbing system, a walking bridge, and even a few creature comforts.
Hello. Hey. How are you today? What do you think you're doing?
As they survey the property, the man of the house returns on a bicycle, and he's not happy.
Sorry if we're intruding. If you want us to leave, we'll leave, sir.
That's a hell of a time to do that.
The owner charges down the hill, pulling a small knife from his pocket. The reporter grabs his arm and wrestles the weapon away.
Sir?
I want the film, buddy.
No.
Nope.
I don't want that. You. Sir.
Just leave it. We're not going to take your knife.
You got. This was against my. I told you not to.
Pardon me?
I told you people not to do this.
We're not here to do any harm.
The hell you ain't. You put that on the TV and I've got to be in harm.
We came down here to talk to you.
Yeah?
To find out more
Why
about
didn't you before you started filming?
The man is upset, and with good reason.
Man, every tramp in the country's been through here. They know.
Why would putting this on TV, if they know, why would putting us on TV make it any more dangerous than the way it is right now?
You ignorant son of a... No, forgive me, Lord.
The raw tape shows a man with great pride, an honest man who means no harm, but just wants to protect what little space he has in the world.
I've worked every god day. You got me cussing, using the Lord's name. 7 days a week, trying to do right. And you guys come down here and screw me every damn time.
He's terrified of the backlash that being on the news could bring.
I've seen people had a nice camp down there, and the newspaper did something on them, and people come down there and tore up their camp. Young kids around this town just love to come into tramps' camps and steal, and I don't drink, I don't steal, I work for a living. I don't make much. That's the reason I'm here.
The reporter asks if the man has tried to get a better job to improve his living condition.
You go to the employment office, they won't do nothing for you because you got no address. You go try to get an address for a post office box, and you can't have a post office box unless you got an address where you're already getting mail. If I get mail, I don't need a post office box. I can't have a bank account because I ain't got no address, and they won't send it general delivery.
After venting his frustrations, the self-described tramp allows the reporter and his camera crew to videotape the inside of his home. Some food, a place to sleep, a few magazines to read. The reporter's visit shows us the soul of a once faceless man who's really just a guy down on his luck, trying to live the best way he can in a world that doesn't afford him much.
Locks are only for honest people.
It starts out with a confrontation.
I'm leaving, sir. I'm leaving.
But ends with mutual respect for both men.
Sir, no. Sir, thanks again. You're welcome, sir.
Oops, pardon. And the man got several job offers after viewers saw that tape on TV. He now has a job washing dishes at a restaurant. Well, time now to lighten up and play today's RealTV quiz.
I'm making my move to Canada Dry.
Performing a swinging lounge act in this 1985 soft drink commercial is an actor who's best known as a time traveler.
All this sweet stuff's really getting to us, man.
Can you put a name with the face? We'll be right back with the answer.
If you have RealTV, call us toll-free at 1-888-REAL-TV1 or on the web, reach us at realtv1.com.
Here's the answer to our RealTV quiz.
I'm making my move to Canada Dry.
The king of the prom is Scott Bakula, best known as Dr. Samuel Beckett on Quantum Leap.
Canada Dry.
Thanks for playing the RealTV quiz. You know, we're always interested in what you think of the stories we show on RealTV. Once again, here's how to reach us. Call us at 1-888-RealTV1. The call is free. Well, that's it for now. There's more RealTV next time.